Today's video is about the practical benefits of a Tesla Model 3. And one of the questions in response to my last video was how many suitcases could go in the boot, or how much space was there in the back. So today I'm going to demonstrate. I've borrowed some bits. I'll get them all out the car first. You can see exactly just how much squeezes in it. And then we're going to try them one by one so you can see just how practical it is. First, let's get it emptied. Not a bad start. Stay tuned and let's see what fits in the car. Now I'm going to kick things off with the suitcase test because it's June, summer's nearly upon us, and you're probably planning a holiday. So let's get this boot open, electric boot like that. Now I'll start with the fattest one. So these are generally kind of your mid-sized suitcases. So this would be good for 1 to 2 people for probably a fortnight actually. This is an expanding one, so it's slightly wider. So we'll start and put it in that way, not that way. So if we just slide that in, no issues, that's back against the back of the seats. In actuality, there's a bit of space because of the seat angle, but that's okay. Second one, what I've learned from experience here is put your second one in, but move it to the side because it's easier to go right down the middle than it is through the sides. And we'll grab a third, and that slots perfectly in the middle. Now that's quite snug, but that's 3 full-size suitcases in there without any problem. Now bear in mind you've got the under boot space, so your fourth one, you can just drop into there. Or you could put your hand luggage up there, down there, and maybe just have this higher up here. If I leave it there, will the boot close? Moment of truth. Okay, so it doesn't like that. So, if you push it down, and then maybe put, oh, is there space for this anywhere? I don't suppose there is actually. So your hand luggage, you're certainly not going to get a luggage, like a cabin size bag, in addition to 4 large suitcases. But if I push the button with that, this should be easy enough. Happy days. So 4 suitcases, not a problem, providing they're said kind of medium size. You go large, inevitably you're not getting quite as many in here. So is it practical for taking your family away on a holiday? Absolutely. Now next up is this. This is a 6-man Berghaus inflatable tent. So if you're having a holiday and you're not flying abroad and you're maybe taking advantage of the weather here in the UK because it's a lovely sunny day today, then you might go away camping, and in which case you're probably going to have a nice modern posh tent such as this. However, it's really big and it's really heavy, so let's see how practical this is. For the sake of trying to get in, I'm going to put this cover back over the space there, and let's see how we get on. Well, that was easy enough. Okay, I mean, yeah, it goes in. There's not tons of space left afterwards, but you could easily throw your sleeping bags underneath there, throw in a stove, maybe a foldable table, some chairs in that gap. That's better than I expected, actually. So yeah, I would say if you're going away camping, this is still a safe bet. In fact, maybe you want to go camping and take your stuff in a suitcase. You've got room for that too, maybe even. Yeah, still not getting that cabin one in. But yeah, it's a practical choice. You'll be okay. Next up is the practical family stuff. So I borrowed a pram from a neighbour, which I'm not particularly good at taking down. So give me a second on that. There you are. Right, so a folded pram. Let's get this open. Lengthwise, because it's fairly tall, I guess. That will go in. No worries at all. So that'll go in that way easily enough. Will it go in that way? Look at that. That's how deep the boot is. You can actually get it in full length, and that should close. Yeah, it's not in the way. Ooh, a little tight. Okay, how about the other way up? So the wheels facing that way. How about now? There you go. So you can get a pram in the boot without any issue. Obviously that's a bit of a pushchair, so it's quite small. If you're going for a large pram, I honestly don't think you'd have any issues at all getting that in there. It's a really deep and wide boot, and bear in mind you've still always got that under boot space for some of the stuff that you might want to carry. Now I know what you're thinking. What if I'm going on holiday and I need to take a pushchair? Well, providing you only need 3 cases. Oh, it's a bit tight. Is there a better way to do it? Maybe tuck that in there first. Yeah, that looks fine. Let's give it a go. So it didn't quite like that, but it's okay. Let's give it another go. And maybe just a little bit of help. What do you know? Like a glove. So there you go. So 3 suitcases and a pushchair. Not a problem at all. Again, perfect for holiday. I like that. In fact, I'll leave those where they are. Instead, let's have a look at the child seat. Now, putting the child seat in the car is easy, and it's a really, I mean, you've got so much room in here, so that's not an issue. Obviously, this is a booster seat. If you were going for the clip-on child seat, then you do have the fixings under there that you just slide under and they click, and you've got so much space here to be able to rotate it or clip in and out, so I just don't think you'd have any issues with it. The question that somebody asked me was, and I know this isn't how you fasten this in, but just for the sake of the example, I'm just going to go straight over the top and click it in. The question somebody asked was, if you had a child seat there, would you want to be sat in the middle as an adult? I mean, I suppose strictly speaking, you could get 2 adults in here, but I wouldn't want to be here for a long time. And 2 children, you are definitely not squeezing in the middle. There's no practical way to make that work. But if you've just got 2 children or a child and a baby, then absolutely no worries at all. And arguably, 2 adults on 1 booster seat, that could last a while. 2 adults in a child seat, like a proper baby child seat, I don't know. I certainly wouldn't want to be there for a long time, but I would imagine it's probably quite possible. But yeah, keep those trips short. Now, the other thing to bear in mind, looking at all this space I have, I'm 6 foot, just under, by the way, remember, so lots and lots of room to play with. The other thing to bear in mind is if you are going away and you are packing a lot of larger luggage, or for example that tent, which if I'm honest, I didn't think was going to go in, you can, of course, put these seats down. Now, in doing so, that gives you a really big access point. So you may find that if you can't get it in the boot because it's just not big enough, put the seats down, put whatever you need in that's really big from this side, and then put the seats up so your family's got somewhere to sit, and then pack the car from the back. That could be a quite easy solution for you. And there you have it. So the Tesla Model 3, it really is a car for pretty much any situation. I hope today's video was useful. Please do subscribe. I've got loads more coming. I'm going to do one about the efficiency so far. I've got quite a few gadgets on order. There's a couple being sent to me to test, which is fantastic. So please do subscribe and stay tuned. And maybe you can join the fan base. As you can see, we've got some fans came to watch the video today. Look at that, such loyalty. Love it. See you soon.